Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most powerful toolkits for any Java programmer, the Java Collections Framework. I promise, by the end of this, it's all going to make perfect sense. So let's dive right in.
Have you ever been there? You're coding away, trying to manage a list of users or maybe track inventory, and you just find yourself fighting with your own code. It feels clunky, it's not flexible, and honestly, it's just a mess. Yeah, it's a problem we've all faced.
You know, the first thing we usually learn is to use an array. And arrays are fine, but they have one huge drawback. They're a fixed size. The moment you create one, it's set in stone. You can't just add or remove things easily. This is where collections come in and totally save the day. They're dynamic, they're flexible, and they are packed with features that make managing your data so much easier.
Now I know what you might be thinking. A whole framework. This sounds complicated. But here's the cool part. The big ideas behind all of this are based on stuff you deal with every single day. Seriously, let's break it down with a few simple analogies.
Okay, first up, a simple shopping list. You write things down one after the other, right? That order matters. And you might need 2 cartons of milk, so you write milk down twice. No problem. So just remember those 2 things. Order is important, and duplicates are totally fine.
Next, think about a class roster. Every student has a unique ID or roll number. You just can't have student number 101 on that list more than once, right? It just wouldn't make any sense. So the key concept here is that every single item on the list has to be unique.
And for our last one, let's picture a good old-fashioned dictionary. You have a unique word, that's your key, and it points to one specific definition, that's its value. You look up that unique word to find out what it means. It's that classic key-value relationship.
So we've got a shopping list, a class roster, and a dictionary. 3 everyday things. Now let's connect these directly to the 3 core pieces of the Java Collections Framework. This is where it all clicks.
That shopping list we talked about? Well, in Java, that's a list. It's an ordered collection, and it has absolutely no problem with you adding duplicate items. And 9 times out of 10, the one you're going to reach for is the array list.
And the class roster? That's a perfect stand-in for a set. A set is a collection that guarantees every single item in it is unique, but unlike a list, it doesn't really care about the order. The most common type you'll see is the hash set.
And finally, our dictionary. You guessed it, that's a map. It is built specifically for storing those key-value pairs. Each key has to be unique, and it maps to its value. The absolute go-to for this is the HashMap.
Okay, check this out. This table is basically your cheat sheet. You can see it all side by side. The list, our shopping list, is ordered and allows duplicates. The set, our class roster, is unordered and says no way to duplicates. And the map, our dictionary, is also unordered and requires unique keys. This slide right here is pure gold.
All right, enough theory. Analogies are great for understanding the what, but let's see the how. We're going to look at some super simple code to see just how easy this stuff is to actually use. You know, no matter which collection you choose, it really just boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you declare it. You tell Java what you want. Second, you start adding your stuff to it. And third, you access, change, or remove those items as you need. That's pretty much it.
So here's our array list in action. We create a new shopping list that holds strings, then we add milk, then bread, then milk again, and look what we get. The final list keeps that exact order, and it has no problem at all with the duplicate milk. It works just like our paper list.
Now let's try the hash set. We make a set to hold our student roll numbers. We add 101, then 102. Now watch this. We try to add 101 a second time. And what happens? Absolutely nothing. The set just ignores it because 101 is already in there. The final set only contains the unique values. See? So cool.
And last but not least, our HashMap. We use the .put method here. We put in the key Java with its definition. Then we put in collection and its definition. Now, whenever we need the meaning of Java, we just say .get Java, and boom, it instantly pulls out the right definition for us. It's that simple.
So we've seen what they are and how to use them, but let's bring it all home and talk about the biggest question of all. As a developer, why should you care about any of this?
Here's the bottom line. Knowing when to use a list versus a set or a set versus a map, that's a huge part of writing great code. When you pick the right tool for the job, your programs become cleaner, easier to understand, and often a whole lot faster. It's a game changer.
In the end, it really all comes down to this one simple truth. It doesn't matter if you're building an online store, a mobile game, or some complex data tool. Collections are the absolute foundation for handling your data efficiently in the real world.
So there you have it. You now understand the core tools for organizing data in Java. You have the toolkit. So the only question left is, what awesome, powerful, and efficient things are you going to go build with it?